Well, hello, welcome back to the show. It's me, Jamie Alter. I've got my cup of coffee. I've got cricket on my mind. I've got all of you on my mind because I think a lot of you are on today's show are going to maybe disagree with me. Some will agree, but जो भी है हम एक healthy discussion करेंगे यहाँ पर. हम आज बात करेंगे दोस्तों सूर्य कुमार यादव को लेकर द नंबर वन रैंक्ड बैटर इन T20I क्रिकेट. काफी समय से सूर्य कुमार यादव नंबर वन है अंतर्राष्ट्रीय T20 में. और कल की पारी जो थी दोस्तों यानी कि तीसरे T20 मैच में अगेंस्ट साउथ अफ्रीका एट जोहान्सबर्ग, इट वाज हिज फोर्थ 100 इन T20Is. यानी कि अब रोहित शर्मा और ग्लेन मैक्सवेल के बाद अब सूर्य कुमार यादव के पास भी इस फॉर्मेट में चार सेंचुरीज हैं. द डिफरेंस विद सूर्य कुमार यादव अनलाइक Rohit Sharma and Glenn Maxwell is that his 400s have come in four different countries. He got one in England, he got one in New Zealand, he got one at home in India, and now he got one in South Africa at Johannesburg. और जितना भी मैं देखता हूँ सूर्य कुमार यादव को खासकर इस सीरीज में पहले मैच में he got a 50, he got a 100 yesterday. South Africa is traditionally not the easiest of places for Asian batsmen to go and bat. But the way that Suryakumar Yadav's game is suited to T20 cricket, not one day cricket, not test cricket, you know where I stand in regards to Suryakumar Yadav when it comes to one day cricket. But in T20s, these kind of pitches where the ball comes on true, there's good bounce. It just allows Suryakumar Yadav to do what he's been doing so brilliantly for the last 2.5 years in T20I cricket. So I'm not surprised he ended up the highest scorer. And I'm not surprised that despite batting at number four, he got another quick, rapid 100 to his name. And that 100 went a long way in setting up India for that series leveling win. Kuldeep Yadav, of course, was the hero with the ball, but Suryakumar Yadav ki kal jo pari thi, it just once again it just left me marveling at the man's genius when it comes to T20 cricket, but also wondering कि यार जो बंदा T20 क्रिकेट में इतने समय से कितना 18 महीने हो गए, 1 साल होने वाले, 2 साल होने वाले हैं कि सूर्य कुमार यादव अंतर्राष्ट्रीय T20 रैंकिंग्स में नंबर वन स्थान पर है. वही इंसान 35 बार ओडीआई क्रिकेट में बैटिंग करके 24 की एवरेज लेके घूम रहे हैं. हाउ डज आई मीन लुक, he's not the first player to struggle across formats and be very successful in one. But it just boggles the mind कि जो इंसान T20 क्रिकेट में उस एटीट्यूड से, उस अप्रोच से, उस कॉन्फिडेंस से बैटिंग कर सकता है. अलग अलग देशों में, चार अलग देशों में अंतर्राष्ट्रीय T20 शतक जड़ सकते हैं, लेकिन वनडे में भले. एंड आई थिंक व्हेन इट कम्स टू सूर्य कुमार यादव, I think we need to move beyond the reasoning or the excuse that many of us used to give when talking about Surya Kumar Yadav, in the last 12 months के भाई उनकी उनकी जगह पक्की नहीं है वनडे लाने में. कभी ओपनिंग कराते हैं टीम, कभी तीन, कभी चार, कभी पांच. आई थिंक we've moved far beyond that. Something about Suryakumar Yadav's approach, his batting position, yes, the conditions that he's faced when it comes to one day cricket. And look at the one day World Cup final, a pitch which the ICC has now rated average, a pitch on which, barring Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, no batter really looked to be set, and the mind, despite watching the brilliance of Surya Kumar Yadav in the Australia T20s, in these two T20s in South Africa, the mind just wandered back to what I've been saying since the month of January. यानी कि 12 महीने से मैं कह रहा हूँ कि please सूर्य कुमार यादव को वनडे वर्ल्ड कप मत ले जाना. Something about his game, the numbers, the shots, or the lack of shots, the confusion about maybe how to build an innings, how to pace an innings. Was the team just hoping कि सूर्य कुमार यादव सिर्फ 10 ओवर के लिए खेले हर वनडे मैच में? अगर ये प्लानिंग है तो एक हद तक ठीक है, but you cannot have such fixed plans when it comes to one day cricket, because there will be days when the batting won't work and suddenly Surya Kumar Yadav will have to bat for 18, 20 overs. Does he have that skill? And unfortunately, I was proved right when it comes to one day cricket for many reasons. उनके पास वो गेम शायद नहीं है या वो मेंटालिटी नहीं है एक पारी को संभालना वन डे क्रिकेट में. बट देन ऑन द अदर हैंड, द मैन इज जस्ट सो ब्रिलियंट in T20I cricket. He's got over 2,000 runs, long way to go to catch up with the T20I GOAT, that is Virat Kohli. But Look at he's got a strike rate of 175, which in the history of T20 cricket, no batsman has got that kind of strike rate for the number of games that Suryakumar Yadav has played. And now he's got 400s. He's still got a few more years in him. I don't think the selectors will play him in Test cricket ever again. They should not play him in one-day cricket again. When you look at the drive and just like I said, जो confidence सूर्य कुमार यादव लेके आते हैं क्रीज पर जब वो T20 खेलते हैं, चाहे नंबर 3 पे हो चाहे नंबर 4 पे हो, he just looms by far as India's most destructive T20I T20I batsman going around. Very very good that he has such form. हालांकि 6 महीने हैं अभी T20 World Cup में, but even on those tough pitches, we've just seen England and their big hitters struggle for the last two T20Is to the West Indies, co-hosts of the T20 World Cup. So whatever analysis I do on this channel in regards to the T20 World Cup, I'm keeping in mind the kind of players जो शायद उन slow and low pitches पर चल सकते हैं. Surya Kumar Yadav has obvious problems in his game when he goes to the West Indies, but you just look at the way he bats, in T20I cricket. Forget what he's failed to achieve in one days. Like I said, you need to separate Surya Kumar Yadav, the one day batsman, from Surya Kumar Yadav, the T20I batsman. We are looking at a total marvel, a total freak, a total champion batsman doing some incredible thing. And let's hope that Surya Kumar Yadav maintains this kind of consistency, this kind of bravado 6 months down the line when India go to contest the T20 World Cup. A tournament, आपको याद दिला दूं, 2007 से कोई भी इंडियन टीम जीत नहीं सकी. Chaliye, now let's go back to the comment section. I saw a few comments pop up. Let's see what all of you are talking about in regards to Surya Kumar Yadav. सबसे पहला comment आया है शौर्या से. Yes, that he will. But to have an everlasting legacy, one needs to win ICC trophies or score big runs in tests and Sena countries. Well, like I said, Surya Kumar Yadav will never play test cricket again, so you cannot attach that to his name. His record in ICC trophies, again, it's not that bad. He's got an average of 170 odd in ICC events in Asia Cups. He's got an average of about 46. Yes, he's not been able to get 100 yet when it comes to major trophies, but that does not mean that he's any less a player. Um, and again, one needs to win ICC trophies. That's true. I mean, Rohit Sharma's only ICC trophy remains the Champions Trophy in 2013 when he became an opener, and then he made his debut in the 2007 T20 World Cup. Virat Kohli won the 2011 One Day World Cup, and then he also won the 2013 Champions Trophy. MS Dhoni won the World Cup in 11, the Champions Trophy in 2013, and then the first T20 World Cup. So yes, you do get remembered for what you achieved in ICC trophies, but to somehow diminish Surya Kumar Yadav's achievements because he's not been part of a T20 World Cup, that also would be harsh. So, like I said, let's hope that Surya Kumar Yadav goes on to help India win the T20 World Cup in the West Indies. Sagar keh rahe, good for building his brand. Like Kohli still doesn't help win trophies in team sport. No Indian team has won a trophy for the last 10 years. Are you not going to attach the same thing to Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma as well? You'll have to, my friend. Shubham Mishra, morning. I agree. Possibly Sky overthinks his role in ODI. He simply needs to play his T20 game in the World Cup, come in guns blazing. See, it's Shubham. It's not so straightforward, right? Different fields in one day cricket, a different role. He's batting number 6. He's expected to either finish off innings. He's expected to either put the innings back on track. And unfortunately, like I said, it's just मैं अब तक समझ नहीं पाता हूँ कि एक इंसान T20 क्रिकेट में इतना बेहतरीन, इतना कॉन्फिडेंस से कैसे खेल सकते हैं और फिर वन डे क्रिकेट में अलग ही प्लेयर दिखते हैं. Like I said, 37 one days, 35 innings, he's averaging 24, he's got just 450s. He just, and I said this on this channel, Jan के महीने में, Feb के महीने में, March के महीने में कि ये बंदा T20 में इतना बेहतरीन प्लेयर है, ये he could go on to be the GOAT of all time. He's got 400s, which only two other players have managed to do, and he's getting his hundreds batting at number 3 and number 4, not as an opener. But when it comes to one day cricket, India just spent too much time trying to get him. His spot in the World Cup should have gone to someone else. नहीं गया, चलो हो गया, माजी को माजी रहने दो. But It's not a simple case of applying what you do in T20s to what you do in one days. Because if it were, he would have had a few one day hundreds by now, but he doesn't. So I don't know. Kiran कह रहे हैं just not being able to get invested in cricket after World Cup heartbreak might get back from Test series. I understand. I also struggle to come up every day on these shows and try and talk positively about the Indian team. वही Indian team आपको याद दिला दूं जो तीनों फॉर्मेट में नंबर वन रैंक है मगर जो कम वक्त एक भी ट्रॉफी जीत नहीं पाती. What is the point of all these bilaterals? Are you the cricket fan? Are you happy with your heroes getting player of the tournament awards and scoring the most runs in World Cups and your team being ranked नंबर वन व्हेन द टीम कैन नॉट विन अ ट्रॉफी. आखिर क्या हम स्पोर्ट ट्रॉफी जीतने के लिए नहीं खेलते हैं? आप बताइए, क्या आपको लगता है कि स्पोर्ट सिर्फ बायलैटरल सीरीज जीत तक सीमित है? मैं तो नहीं मानता. मैं कहता हूं कि स्पोर्ट का मकसद है, स्पोर्ट का जो टारगेट है, इट इज टू विन ट्रॉफीज, टाइटल, पेनेंट्स, व्हाटएवर स्पोर्ट इट इज. एंड हियर वी हैव ऑल दीज सुपरस्टार प्लेयर्स जिनको हम बैक करते हैं, जिनको हम सपोर्ट करते हैं, जिनके बारे में हम कमेंट करते हैं, हम शोज करते हैं, हम लिखते हैं. और इतने दिग्गज प्लेयर, इतने सुपरस्टार प्लेयर्स एक ट्रॉफी नहीं जीत पाते हैं. सो इट्स वेरी वेरी फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग किरण टू रॉक अप एवरी डे as you do, like I do, and be positive about the Indian team when they cannot win a trophy for a decade now. Shaurya saying red soil pitches, if watered with a bit of grass, generally offers true bounce. So generally batters from south and coastal regions have good back foot game. So no problems with pace and bounce. Yep, there's a fair bit of logic to that. Sagar keh rahe hain, if for the last few years we've only heard about India as a great bench, I don't think now we need more than one, two multi-format players. I agree. Otherwise, we'll be ruining well-going players in one way. Yep, we've discussed this before. I agree. Shubham saying, in your opinion, would India be best suited to have exclusive T20 ODI test squads? Maybe only have five max players. Yes, we've discussed it before, and I'm all for it. Shaurya saying Australia 450 for six. Man, how bad? How bad are Pakistan? No, they're struggling. There's a bit of grass and the ball is seaming around. There's a bit of grass, a bit of seam, and yet Australia have racked up 450 for the loss of just 6 wickets. We'll get to know when Pakistan come to bat. Yeah, I don't see Pakistan scoring more than 300. Kiran saying in T20 teams get flatter pitches, where in India, especially during World Cup, pitches were slow. This might be reason to. Yeah, of course, you have to sample in the slowness of wickets. But Suryakumar Yadav played what 7 matches in the one day World Cup. Nahi chale, but the writing for me was on the wall in the past 2 years because not just about the World Cup. I was saying do not include him in the one day World Cup because in the past 2 years, if you look at his innings, he had about what 27, 28 innings before he got his chance in the World Cup. He was just looking like a struggling player. Again, brilliant player in T20s, but somehow जो भी उनकी weakness है one day format में long before the World Cup. You can check my videos. In the month of Jan and Feb, I was saying, please, please, please do not take Suryakumar Yadav to the one day World Cup because he ultimately does not have what it takes to succeed. And unfortunately, वही हुआ. Hey Dhananjay, do you watch football? No, man, not really. I've done shows on football. I've been called on other shows. You want me to make a passing comment? My only comment about football in regards to India is, and it's a very sad one. So please don't mind what I'm going to say. As passionate as small sections of people around this great and vast country are, India as a whole, as a nation, long back, बहुत साल पहले फुटबॉल को जवाब दे चुकी है. We don't care. That is my sad statement on football. India as a nation, long ago, decades ago, gave its answer to football. Exactly. In my opinion, our performance in knockouts in the last 5 years across formats has only taught us that we can get totally superstars in terms of stats, but never trophies, unlike mentality. People accuse me of being having an agenda against Virat Kohli, being anti-Virat Kohli. They clearly don't know me. They clearly have not seen the posters I have of the framings I have of Virat Kohli's interview. I've said it on many platforms across this channel, across all news channels. I've written articles saying that Virat Kohli is my favorite batsman of this generation. सचिन तेंदुलकर के बाद अगर कोई इंडियन बल्लेबाज है कि जब वो क्रीज पे आते हैं मैं सब कुछ छोड़ छाड़ के उनको देखता हूं, it is Virat Kohli. But that does not mean I don't have a right to comment on Virat Kohli. It does not mean I don't have a right to question what 51 day hundreds end up being or what 4,000 runs in T20s. He is the man of the tournament in the World Cup. He's got a lot of runs. He's had an exceptional T20 record. And I know sport and trophies are not won by one player. But unfortunately, we as a nation are caught up in being fanboys. We are so obsessed with stats कि हम उन stats को गहराइयां में झांक के नहीं देखते हैं. My point is, we can celebrate Virat, we can celebrate Rohit Sharma, we can celebrate KL Rahul, we can celebrate Suryakumar Yadav, we can celebrate whatever player we want to, Jasprit Bumrah. लेकिन collectively जब आपके इतने सारे मैचेस, इतने सारे रन्स, इतने सारे हंड्रेड्स और 50 और विकेट्स, जब वो कलेक्टिवली आपको 10 साल से अ डेकेड से ऊपर एक भी आईसीसी ट्रॉफी नहीं ले पाए, तो पॉइंट क्या है? व्हाट डू यू डू? व्हाट डज रोहित शर्मा डू with 3 one-day double hundreds? What does Rohit Sharma do with having the best approach in the power play in a World Cup? What does Virat Kohli do with 800 runs in a World Cup? What does Mohammad Shami do with whatever it was, 25 odd wickets? What does KL Rahul do? What does Shreyas Iyer do? What does the Indian team do? इसलिए मैं आप लोग से पूछता हूं, क्या आप दिल पे हाथ रखकर आप लोग मुझे बताइए, क्या आप खुश हैं इस टीम से जो सिर्फ और सिर्फ घर पे जीतती है, जो सिर्फ बायलैटरल सीरीज जीती है, जो WTC फाइनल 2 बार नहीं जीत पाई, जो T20 वर्ल्ड कप 18 साल से नहीं जीत पाई, जो वनडे वर्ल्ड कप 12 साल से नहीं जीत पाई, जो चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी 10 साल से नहीं जीत पाई, जो पिछले साल एशिया कप, जब पिछले साल एशिया कप एक T20 फॉर्मेट में खेला गया, जब टीम फाइनल तक नहीं पहुंच पाई, जब केवल 5 टीम्स खेल रही थी. आर यू हैप्पी सेलिब्रेटिंग विराट कोहली, रोहित शर्मा, श्रेयस अय्यर, Suryakumar Yadav, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Shami, Ravi Bishnoi being number one? Are you genuinely happy, or do you not get pissed off कि यार फायदा क्या है? क्या हम सिर्फ स्टैट्स के बेसिस पर इन लोग को चढ़ाएंगे? क्या हम सिर्फ फैन बॉय, क्या हम सिर्फ लोग को गोट गोट के लाएंगे? क्या हम एक आईसीसी ट्रॉफी नहीं चाहते हैं? आप लोग झांक कर आराम से मुझे जवाब दीजिए. Kiran saying in spite of 1000 shots he can hit, he still is a one-dimensional player for me. He'll never work in Test and ODI as he can't defend and rotate strike. Precisely why I've been saying he will never play Test cricket again, and he shouldn't be tried in one days again. Shaurya saying those are temperamental issues. If he gets to play one big match innings, big 100, Surya will be set for ODIs. But again, are you going to persist with him at the age of 32, 33, when he carries an average of 24, and there's the likes of Tilak Verma and Rinku Singh hanging around? I personally don't think any more time should be invested on Suryakumar Yadav. 35 innings in one day is a massive sample size to determine whether someone should or should not work in one days. And again, separate Sky the T20I. He could be on the way to being an all-time great in T20Is because he's got 3-4 years left. But in one days, I believe, you might think I'm harsh. I think 35 innings is enough to see that an average of 24 and just 450s at a strike rate of 101 is not worth persisting with when you have the likes of Rinku Singh and Tilak Verma in the wings. Vishal is saying Rohit Sharma is T20 GOAT, not Virat. Don't see only runs, see the T20 trophies and hundreds. Okay, Rohit Sharma was part of the first inaugural T20 World Cup. Uske baad when is Rohit Sharma won anything for India? अगर आप 5 IPL trophies जोड़ रहे हैं, ठीक है. I still feel the IPL is just a corporate league. I'm not going to compare that with success at the international level, but I understand where you're coming from, Vishal. You are saying that the fact that Rohit Sharma has led Mumbai Indians to 5 T20 trophies, whereas Virat Kohli in 16 odd years is yet to win the IPL with RCB. I understand कि आप कहाँ से आते हो, but I will not entirely agree with that. I think you have to look at Virat Kohli's runs. You have to look at his achievements. Yes, he's not won the IPL, and he's never been part of a T20 World Cup winning squad. But जो उनका जो योगदान है उसमें, you cannot discard that. But I get where you're coming from. Shubham saying, as this version of T20, Sky has only appeared in his late 30s, emphasizes that BCI needs to quickly solidify young players in the T20 squad, like Rinku Singh. We need him not now in his 30s. I agree. Like I said yesterday, like I said day before yesterday, Rinku Singh, चलिए साल खत्म हो चुका है जहां पे T20I क्रिकेट की बात हो. India is not playing any more T20I cricket. Rinku's got an average of 65 in T20Is this year and a strike rate of 180 plus. He's done some brilliant things. But if the selectors go back to Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, and KL Rahul, and when Hardik Pandya comes back, Rinku Singh की जगह नहीं बनेगी इस 11 में. So isn't that a problem? Isn't it unfair? I think it is, but yeah, how many of you are Sky fans on this stream? I mean, like I said, to watch him bat yesterday, true bounce ball was coming on. He could just get into his shots, and I just left marveling at what a genius we're watching. No, like you just said, Shubham, to get your chance when you're 29, 30, or around 30 in T20s, and then have a career strike rate of 175, batting number three, batting number four, 400s, just remarkable numbers he's putting up. Look at the sixes. It's just amazing. Pavan saying I'm a big fan. There you go. There's a big Sky fan. और मैं समझ सकता हूँ कि आप में से बहुत कहेंगे यार क्या फायदा बायलैटरल्स में अम, जब सूर्य कुमार यादव T20 वर्ल्ड कप में अब तक कुछ नहीं कर पाए. Yes, but he's got an average of 46 and a strike rate of about 160 odd when it comes to events at tournaments. So yeah. Sagar, internet quote by Bruce Lee. I'm more afraid of those who's practiced one shot 10,000 times than the one who's practiced 10,000 shots once. We need players who know how to hit in final, not 10K bilateral. Correct? Which is why Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, um, Shubman Gill, Suryakumar Yadav, Jadeja, everyone needs to be held accountable for the fact that 3 weeks ago, almost a month ago, India failed to win a final. um, मैं वही कह रहा हूँ दोस्त आप अपने आप से पूछिए कि क्या फायदा गोट टैग का, किंग टैग का, हिटमैन का टैग का जब आप लोग 10 साल से ट्रॉफी नहीं जीत पाए हो. It's all great, man. I love watching Rohit Sharma bat. Like I said, when Virat Kohli bats, I stop everything to watch him bat. I've had the fortune of interviewing him twice now. You can see that. You can see the. I framed the interviews before. It's just, but I have to ask the question, क्या फायदा इन सारे रन्स का, इन सारे रिकॉर्ड्स का, इन सारे लाखों करोड़ों सोशल मीडिया फॉलोइंग का जब आप एक ट्रॉफी नहीं जीत पाए हो. It's frankly embarrassing. Side question, why we're back to Tri Series. Man, we discuss Tri Series every second or third show, Shubham. And like I said, I wish it comes back, but I said it many times, it's not a viable option for board. So until it's not financially viable, we won't see it. But it is one solution to making one days more attractive and more engaging, if you ask me, frankly. तो दोस्तों T20I सीरीज खत्म हो चुका है. इंडिया वन द थर्ड मैच टू लेवल द सीरीज. पता है एक हैरानी की बात क्या है? It's been 7 T20I bilateral series at home that South Africa have not managed to win. इनका आखिरी T20I सीरीज घर पे 2019 में आया. उसके बाद से वेस्ट इंडीज have won, Pakistan have won, England have won twice, Australia have won twice, and now India has come in and leveled the series. So a few problems for South Africa when it comes to T20I cricket. Why Ishan is not playing? Why is Ishan not playing? Why is Shreyas Iyer? मतलब ईशान किशन अभी ऑस्ट्रेलिया सीरीज में वो 3 मैच खेले, तीनों मैच में उन्होंने नंबर 3 पे बैटिंग करी, 2 मैच में 50 और आखिरी मैच में डक. एंड नाउ ही गोज टू साउथ अफ्रीका and he doesn't play a match. Shreyas Iyer came back for those last 2 matches. He took Ishan Kishan's place in the 11 at number 3, got 8 and 50 odd, goes to South Africa, and he's not playing. So I'm just it's like I said, Vishal. I think कल आप नहीं थे लाइव स्ट्रीम पर और परसों के लाइव स्ट्रीम पर मैंने कहा था कि ये ऑस्ट्रेलिया के सामने जो 5 T20I हैं ये अटली इनकॉन्सिक्वेंशियल हैं. ये कोई मतलब नहीं है इन 5 मैचेस में. ना ही इस साउथ अफ्रीका सीरीज में कोई मतलब है, ना ही अगले महीने अगले साल जो 3 T20I अफगानिस्तान के साथ है इनका कोई मतलब नहीं है. जब तक बीसीसीआई सिलेक्टर्स आके कहते हैं कि हम विराट कोहली, रोहित शर्मा, केएल राहुल को T20 वर्ल्ड कप ले जाएंगे या नहीं ले जाएंगे, what is the point of resting someone and playing someone? Because if Rohit, Kohli and KL Rahul do come back and Hardik Pandya जरूर वापस आएंगे, आपको 4 जगह और बुमराह भी आएंगे, आपको 5 जगह खाली करने पड़ेंगे. कौन होंगे वो जगह? मोस्ट लाइकली शुभमन गिल, मोस्ट लाइकली ऋतुराज गायकवाड़, श्रेयस अय्यर, तिलक वर्मा, रिंकू सिंह, जितेश शर्मा। तो जब ये सारे परफॉर्मर्स जो पिछले 3-4 बायलैटरल सीरीज में, एशियन गेम्स में वो अच्छे परफॉर्मेंस, अच्छे प्रदर्शन दे के आए हैं, लेकिन वो T20 वर्ल्ड कप या तो नहीं जाएंगे या जाकर 12th मैन या ड्रिंक्स सर्व करेंगे, तो क्या फायदा है इन सारे बायलैटरल्स का? स्ट्रेंज सिचुएशन वी फाइंड ourselves in. Your opinion on Shaheen? Overrated? If ball stops swinging, he's ordinary. Yep, I was a different opinion when India was 6-4. Again, that match in Palekele is so far back. To understand the impact that Pakistan's players went through, look at the second match of the Asia Cup, the second India-Pakistan match. ऐसे, और ये बहुत बार कह चुका हूं, ऐसे धागे खुल गए उस पाकिस्तान टीम का कि वो कभी भी उसके बाद मुझे कोई मजबूत टीम नहीं लगी। वनडे वर्ल्ड कप में बहुत खराब थे। अभी ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, चलिए ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, they just don't have the bowling to do well. Ricky Ponting said on air yesterday, this is the poorest Pakistan bowling attack he's seen ever come. So they just don't have the players, my friend. Sagar saying, watched last match with heavy heart. Did anyone notice Jaiswal was trying to pick Shamsi off the pitch and never by hand? Good spot. I didn't notice that. Maharaj and Shamsi's stats have been insane in these two for me. Look, I mean, for Jaiswal to come back from that duck in the first match with a 41 ball 60. Look, 21 साल के हैं, 22 साल के हैं, अर्ली 20s, बेहतरीन फॉर्म दिखा चुके हैं आज तक, he's someone who should be playing for the next 12 to 15 years. If he's trying to pick players out of the hand, not off the pitch. It might work some days, it might not work some days, Sagar. But if a player like that is trying to do things differently, I think overall it's a good sign because look, first of all, when it comes to Jaiswal, his footwork is good, but he's got tremendous bat speed, tremendous hand-eye coordination. And when you can give starts in the power play at a fantastic rate, that to me is what defines right now his value in this team. Look at yesterday's match. कल रात को एक T20 मैच हुआ था. Gudakesh Moti in a T20 match bowled 4 overs for 9 runs, just 9 runs. Adil Rashid bowled 4 overs for 11 runs. So keeping in mind Jaiswal, Sky, Virat, Rohit, all the players we're talking about, keeping in mind where the T20 World Cup is going to be held in the West Indies on slow and low tracks, the teams that have more six hitters, the team that have more boundaries hitters, in my guess right now, 6 months down the line, stand a better chance at winning the T20 World Cup. This is why if someone like a Jaiswal is trying to spot the ball out of the hand instead of off the pitch, it's good signs because he knows somewhere कि स्पिन का कितना बड़ा योगदान होने वाला है 6 महीने के बाद T20 वर्ल्ड कप में. And unfortunately, India have a few players who have a higher dot ball percentage and who are not the most aggressive against spin. So उस लिहाज से मैं चाहूंगा कि जायसवाल जरूर T20 वर्ल्ड कप जाएं क्योंकि अगर वो लगातार तेज स्टार्ट दे पाए, and let's face it, majority of T20 matches are won inside the power play. If the team can get 70, 75 in the power play consistently with Jaiswal doing the job, I think India might be in a good spot for the T20 World Cup. Pakistan versus Australia, who will win? ये क्या सवाल है यार? Australia? Sandeep, I just hope BCI choose only one in World Cup 11 out of these guys, Gill, Gaikwad and Kohli. All of them have same playing style. बिल्कुल संदीप, ये जो आप कह रहे हो, हम भी काफी समय से ये बात कर रहे हैं. And it's not just about a T20 World Cup और एक प्लेयर ने पिछले T20 World Cups में क्या हासिल किया. मैं जब क्रिटिकल होता हूं कई प्लेयर्स को लेकर, वो सिर्फ इस लिहाज से है कि 6 महीने बाद T20 वर्ल्ड कप वेस्ट इंडीज में होगा जहां पे बहुत बहुत कम हमारे इंडियन बैट्समैन वहां पे consistently सफल रह चुके हैं. It's going to be tough to play the spinners. Like I said, look at yesterday's T20. England, defending champions, England T20 champions, in two matches have struggled against the spinners. Gudakesh Moti in a match in which 160 in an England innings in which 165 runs were scored और केवल 5 bowlers का इस्तेमाल किया गया. Gudakesh Moti bowled 4 overs for just 9 runs. That is insane. And that just shows the same way Adil Rashid bowled 4 overs for just 11 runs. It just shows कि बेहतरीन वेरिएबल स्पिन बॉलर्स को खेलना कितना मुश्किल होगा. So गिल, गैकवाड एंड विराट कोहली, मैं आपकी बात से सहमत हूं. इन दोनों का प्लेइंग स्टाइल एक ही है. जिस टीम के पास छक्के मारने वाले ज्यादा प्लेयर्स हैं, उनके जीतने के चांसेस ज्यादा है. विच इज वाई वेस्ट इंडीज और सो डेंजरस व्हेन इट कम्स टू T20 आईज इन द वेस्ट इंडीज. ये सिंगल ज्यादा नहीं लेंगे, ये विकेट्स गवाएंगे, लेकिन जब ये चल गए ना, चाहे चाहे काइल मेयर्स हो या रॉबिन पाउल हो या रसल हो या निकोलस पूरन हो, जो भी हो, बहुत ही इनकंसिस्टेंट टीम है ये, लेकिन जब ये चलेंगे ना, तो उनसे डेंजरस शायद कोई टीम नहीं हो. तो मैं चाहूंगा कि इंडिया का T20 वर्ल्ड कप स्क्वाड जो भी हो, उसमें ज्यादा छक्के मारने वाले बैट्समैन हो, ना कि एक बैट्समैन हो जो स्ट्राइक रोटेट करते हैं. दैट्स जस्ट माय assumption right now of how the pitch is going to play. Abhinav saying Sky is go 2000 plus runs at 45 average and 170 strike rate. He's doing very, very good things. And like I said, अगर वो अगले 2.5-3 साल तक खेलेंगे और सिर्फ वनडे से भूल जाओ, टेस्ट से भूल जाओ, अगर वो सिर्फ T20 क्रिकेट खेलें और उनका योगदान और भी अच्छा रहा, खासकर अंतरराष्ट्रीय ट्रॉफीज में, he could end up his career as the GOAT. Not yet though. What's the best bowling lineup proposal for India in the T20 World Cup? A lack of a death bowler is a serious problem. I would say Bumrah, Siraj, though he has death bowling issues. Bumrah, Siraj, Arshdeep. Still, I'm going to back Arshdeep. Akshar Patel, Ravi Bishnoi, Kuldeep Yadav, Hardik Pandya. Again, these are the bowlers, not the final bowlers. But आपको 3 फ्रंटलाइन पेसर्स चाहिए. चौथा आप ले सकते हो हार्दिक पांड्या. आपको अक्षर पटेल, कुलदीप यादव और बिश्नोई की जरूरत बहुत 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 पड़ने वाली है. यप. शौर्य कह रहे हैं Jaiswal is going to be our Warner in all format. I have complete faith in him. So do I, my friend. So do I. He's high risk, high reward. Persist with him. He's only going to get better. बिल्कुल, मैं आपकी बात से बिल्कुल सहमत हूं. I said this back in July, August when he made his debut for India. Yes, tough times will come. He'll be found out. He'll have a tougher time in countries like South Africa and Australia where the bounce is much, much more. But from what I've seen in his domestic cricket in the IPL and a brief India career, लड़के में कुछ बात तो है. तो ये 12 साल के खिलाड़ी है कम से कम. बिल्कुल. अभिषेक कह रहे विराट कोहली का एरा खत्म हो गया. नहीं, टेस्ट क्रिकेट में अभी उनका योगदान रहेगा अगले कम से कम 2 साल तक. मैं पहले भी कह चुका हूं लाइव स्ट्रीम्स पर. Virat Kohli has to win the WTC for India 2 years down the line. He has to win the Champions Trophy in 2 years' time because he's very fit. But I don't think कि 39 की उम्र में मैं चाहूंगा कि वो एक और वनडे वर्ल्ड कप खेले. But it's going to take a lot out of Virat Kohli despite his brilliant fitness. I mean, what a player. I mean, his fitness levels through the roof. And उनका जो legacy है, ये बहुत बार कह चुका हूं, विराट कोहली का जो legacy है मेरे हिसाब से, more than the runs, more than the records, it will be how he made his Indian team the fittest Indian team of all time. That said, विराट कोहली का एरा खत्म नहीं हो चुका है. मैं समझता हूं कि T20 अंतरराष्ट्रीय T20 में हाँ खत्म शायद हो चुका है. I don't think the team will stand to gain despite the massive volume of runs that Virat Kohli has when it comes to T20 World Cups. I think a slightly younger, slightly high risk लेने वाला टीम को भेजना चाहिए वेस्ट इंडीज. But definitely Virat Kohli one day में कम से कम 2 साल तो खेलेंगे. And I believe he should aspire to play the Champions Trophy, win that one day trophy that the team has been trying to win now for 10 years. और टेस्ट में भाई साहब अभी तक उनके पास 10,000 रन नहीं है. इनके पास बहुत बहुत बाकी है टेस्ट में. You're going to see a lot of success from Virat Kohli in test cricket. You're going to see a lot of success from Virat Kohli in one day cricket. I just don't feel gut feeling कि अभी उनका ज्यादा योगदान होगा अंतरराष्ट्रीय T20 में. So no, we are far from seeing the end of the Virat Kohli era. Kiran saying, just check Sky stat in IPL. They don't look as good as in T20I. I don't watch IPL, so would love to know, is he this great in IPL? He is. I mean, look, he came into the Indian team because of the brilliance he's shown in the IPL. So yes, perhaps not as consistent in the IPL, but that just makes his performances bigger because the bowling at international level, Kiran, is much better than the IPL. IPL में आप खेलते हो तो आपको तीन अंतरराष्ट्रीय लेवल बॉलर मिलेंगे, लेकिन आपको पता है कि चौथा, पांचवा, छठा बॉलर वो डोमेस्टिक लेवल का बॉलर होगा. सो बाय दैट रिगार्ड्स, द फैक्ट दैट हिज स्टैट्स आर मच बेटर इन T20 आईज says what a rare gem of a player we're looking at. अभिनव कह रहे हैं रोहित एंड विराट आर स्टिल प्लेइंग सो दे माइट हैव सम टाइम टू अचीव. हाँ, मैंने यही कहा था, बिल्कुल अभी, बिल्कुल. स्पोर्ट्स फैन, स्काई इज फर्स्ट ऑफ इट्स काइंड इन इंडिया, डूइंग एक्सेप्शनली वेल इन T20 आईज, prompts Indian team management to try him in ODIs and test. Hope they have learned their lesson after World Cup debacle with Sky and will not repeat. Exactly what I said earlier on in this stream. It's very very important कि आप मैं जो भी लोग देखते हैं स्काई को, हम उनके T20 परफॉर्मेंसेस को अलग रखे उनके एक टेस्ट मैच से और उनके काफी खराब वनडे आंकड़े से. 35 बार बैटिंग कर चुके हैं, 24 की एवरेज लेके घूम रहे हैं, केवल 4 बार 50 लगा चुके हैं. आई थिंक द मेमोरीज ऑफ हिज स्ट्रगल्स इन द वर्ल्ड कप, खासकर फाइनल में, दे स्टिल वेरी फ्रेश इन द माइंड ऑफ ऑल ऑफ अस. शौर्य कह रहे विराट कोहलीज लेगेसी इज मैसिव इंप्रूवमेंट इन फास्ट बॉलिंग, स्पीड, एक्यूरेसी, फिटनेस. बिल्कुल. To back five bowlers to try and work with Bharat Arun and all the coaching staff to pick up other fast bowlers. Definitely part of his legacy, no doubt. डॉक्टर साहब कह रहे हैं बिग हेलो फ्रॉम दाबोक एयरपोर्ट उदयपुर एंड हेडिंग टुवर्ड्स मोहम्मद सिराज सिटी. व्हाई नॉट सिराज इन ओडीआई स्क्वाड? वेल, डॉक्टर साहब, safe journey and please come back soon with all good reports and all good checkups. सिराज अभी अभी तो वर्ल्ड कप खेल के आए थे. उन्होंने हर मैच खेला वर्ल्ड कप में. ब्रेक बनता है, T20 में है, बट हाँ जरूर आएंगे वो. ही इज टू गुड अ बॉलर टू बी लेफ्ट ऑन ODIs. वो अभी हाल ही में नंबर 1 रैंक बॉलर थे वनडे में. तो चिंता ना करिए, आप मोहम्मद सिराज की शहर जाइए, हो सके तो चार मीनार देख के आइए. और मेरी तरह आप प्लीज फॉरनर लाइन में ना घुसिए. आप तो वाकिफ है कि मैं जब फॉरनर लाइन में, यही जिस शहर पे आप हो, उदयपुर, अब आप देख चुके हैं. डॉक्टर साहब, एंजॉय, हैप्पी हैप्पी जर्नी. हेलो टू पापा ऑल्सो. चलिए दोस्तों, 35 मिनट हो चुके हैं. अभी मैं ब्रेकफास्ट करने जाऊंगा. आज थोड़ा आपने देखा होगा जल्दी स्ट्रीम शुरू किया मैंने. आज 9 9 10 के तकरीबन. नॉर्मली 10:30 11 के आसपास आता हूँ, बट आज कुछ और पेंडिंग काम है, बहुत बहुत बड़ा. मुझे एक ऑडिशन देना है आज, तो ऐसे सारी क्रिकेट की बातें जो हैं उसको हम जल्दी निपटाते हैं. तो अभी मुझे इजाजत दीजिए. चलिए, आखिरी कमेंट फ्रॉम लिविंगस्टन जो अक्सर आते हैं इस लाइव स्ट्रीम पर. वो कह रहे हैं सिंस वी नाउ हैव अ बिग पूल ऑफ प्लेयर्स, व्हाई डोंट वी हैव मोर मैचेस विद एसोसिएट कंट्रीज लाइक नेपाल. दोस्त, आपका सवाल जायज है, लेकिन बहुत बार कह चुका हूं इस लाइव स्ट्रीम पर, these bigger boards, they don't really care about the smaller nations. I've said it's wrong, and I would love to see Australia, England, South Africa, India once a year at least go to one of these associate nations, go to the Netherlands, go to Ireland, call Nepal here, call Afghanistan here. But unfortunately, ये जो पैसा है ना, it doesn't make it viable. So that, in the end of the day, is why these teams do not go. तो दोस्तों, समाप्त, विराम लगाते हैं इस लाइव स्ट्रीम पर. Thank you to all of you who joined the stream. Thank you for the regular viewers, some new names, some passing guests like Dr. Megaj Bhardwaj from Bhilwara. Thank you to all of you. Have a great day. Take care. Jai Hind.